My name is MD Fame here, and I'm going to be showing you how to make some barbecue hamburgers. And a fun fact about hamburger meat is that what makes you want to really eat it is the smell of it when you go and pick up a nice, big, delicious hamburger. Now, most of the times when you go to get a hamburger, like let's say from McDonald's, you think, oh, this is going to be so good because it smells so good. But really, it's not good for you because it's not made out of all the right proteins in real meat. And it's all processed, and it's not real, guys. It's fake. Trust me. And the after effects are even worse, okay? Now, with real hamburger meat, you get stuff like this. And for this recipe, you'll need 1.5 pounds of hamburger, 100% beef, and you'll need a 1/2 cup of Hunt's brown sugar barbecue sauce, and you'll also need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar because I like it really moist and sugary, and it tastes really good. And if you look at it, it's actually a lot healthier than what you get from a McDonald's Big Mac. Yeah. And you'll also need, if you want to, you could use regular bread, but I prefer hamburger buns. Looks more professional, tastes a lot better, and yeah. So to get started, we're gonna take it, open this up. You could use scissors, but I got nice fingers, so I could open this up really nice and good. And this is 3 pounds hamburger meat here. So all what I gotta do is really, since it's already split in half, just take a 1/2 of it, open this little baggie up, because we're gonna end up putting this in the freezer, let it harden up, get all nice and good while ingredients soak in. Now, take this, and I already pre-washed my hands for this, so there's no food poisoning, and you don't want that stuff. Food poisoning's nasty. You kind of rip. Look at that beef. Look at that delicious beef. That is delicious. It may not look that good right now because it's raw, but when you see it cooked, you'll be savoring it all up. Now, you take this 1/2 pound of hamburger and put it in here, okay? And I'm going to kind of break it up a little bit in here, and so it gets nice and mushy. Kind of like that. And I'll rinse my hands off really quick. Then, I'm just going to take this, put this aside for a second, put this back in the fridge later on so we can make some more of these delicious hamburgers later on. Probably tomorrow. No, probably not tomorrow, guys. Probably next week. Because my mom doesn't like me. And now, for one of the best parts, we got a 1/4 cup here. You can get these standard utensils at Walmart, IGA, and probably even a hardware store. Depends on where you live. If you're a big city person, well, see, we live here in a small town, and so yeah. Anyways, take and you open this up. There's usually this little annoying little thing. I hate this annoying little thing. So, I'm gonna just take a knife and stab it. Just kidding. But anyways, you gotta open this up. Just peel this right off. And so we got that ready. Before we put that in, we're gonna put our brown sugar in because it's the dry ingredient. And the dry ingredients will go in and make it to where it mixes in with the meat a lot better. And this makes it really moist and tastes good. So with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of try to puncture a hole in this. And if you can't do that, get a fork, your trusty fork. Take it in here, just poke a hole in it, put it back up, and start ripping a nice, decent size. So, not too big, or your mom might get mad because when she goes and tries to bake cookies or something, she might spill it all over the place. And kids, if you guys are wanting to prank your parents, this is a good idea. There will be pranking videos on my channel here soon. So be ready for that. But anyways, we're gonna get back. We need a 4th cup brown sugar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and try to not make a mess and pour a little bit of brown sugar in here. So what you gotta do is make sure you got a perfect amount set there and press it in, and it'll be nice and full. I made a little bit of mess, which I'll have to clean up afterwards, guys. But no worries. And put it in here. Got my brown sugar in there, so gonna kind of seal this up really quick and mix this in. And you really want to get mixed in so you get a full flavor and all that. And it really helps it if you take your time. And if you don't want to take your time, just kind of squeeze it in there, and that's pretty mixed in. So now you need a 1/2 cup, and my 1/2 cup thing in on here. So I'm going to measure up to the half line on here after washing my hands, of course, because I don't like to feel the brown sugar on my hands. But anyways, we take our pre-opened Hunt's barbecue sauce, just kind of pour it in there. This will probably take up almost the whole entire bottle, because the size of this is. And we got about a 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce. And if you guys can smell this barbecue sauce, you'd be enjoying it. We take it, pour it in here. Make sure we get all of it in there. I put this back down. And you seal it up really good. Make sure when you're sealing it up, get all the air out, because you don't want any of those little microorganisms growing in there. Then you take, that's my favorite part of this. You can mix it all together, and you can tell that it mixes up a lot better because it's not all dry and stuff. That brown sugar will sink it in there, and it'll make sure that it just kind of gets all in there. And you're gonna squish it up even more. And when you think, like me, it's about good enough, when you think it's about good enough, you're gonna take it, you're gonna put it in your freezer for about, put it in the freezer for about an hour. And make sure you get it all mixed up, because if it's not all mixed up, you won't get the full flavor. And now, I'm going to put it in the freezer for about an hour. And while it's in the freezer, and before I start cooking it, I'm going to tell you a little bit of facts about hamburger meat. So we're taking this, put it in this freezer, put it in there delicately, and shut the freezer. Okay. Now guys, a little bit of fun facts about your hamburger meat and about hamburgers. The biggest hamburger ever made and the most expensive hamburger ever made are one of the biggest topics around about hamburgers that you can find on the internet. Well, the most expensive hamburger ever made was called, I think it was called the Business Burger or something. Yeah. And it costed $10,000. It was about like this big, loaded with like 3 or 4 patties on it. And it had a 24 karat gold little toothpick in it. And it was served with a whole bunch of fries. They did this to help get money for cancer. And the biggest hamburger ever made was, I'm pretty sure it was during Big Hamburger Fest where people just go make a whole bunch of hamburgers. Broke the Guinness World Records. It was a 3,600 pound hamburger. And if you're hungry enough, you could probably eat the whole entire thing by yourself. No. That thing would kill you if you ate it all by yourself. Now, for this, when we go to cook it, I'll tell you more about that. But first, we're gonna wait about an hour for that to get done, and I'll be back with you guys here shortly. Okay, now after your meat has been in there for about an hour, you get a patty out, and you gotta patty it up nice and good. So just do this with your hands to get a nice circular kind of patty. And I like my burgers thick, so I'm gonna put it on here. Rinse my hands off so I don't mess up. Go over here, turn it on medium heat. So that's like 5 on mine, 5 to 4. And you just let it sit here and cook. And, well, me, myself, I already have one prepared because I have one prepared, already sandwiched up without toppings. This is what it'll look like. I'm going to take a bite into this delicious smelling sandwich. Remember, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.